guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Scooby Apocalypse issue 1. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 148, and that's show a review. All the comics I've read this week in one show, in one show. And all the exclusive comics for that are in the description below, so be sure to check that out. And the episode is annotated. But let's start talking about Scooby Apocalypse. I feel this was a pretty controversial comic, not as controversial as the comic I have a review for also, but it was a little controversial when it came out because it's like, oh my god, hipster Scooby-Doo, do we want to read this? And honestly, I was very open-minded when I read this, and I was interested to pick this up. I grew up with Scooby-Doo. I am sure I don't want to say every generation, but since the show has come out, I feel like every generation has had some sort of Scooby-Doo type TV show or, something to grow up with Scooby-Doo. I had, the Scooby-Doo reruns, a pup named Scooby-Doo. We had a lot of Scooby-Doo shows, actually, but a lot of the movies came out, in my childhood. So, I know Scooby-Doo. Like I said, I grew up with it, so I wanted to give this a try. So this is a $3.99 book, so it's a little bit on the pricier side for most of the DC books that are coming out recently, which I definitely respect. DC giving us some cheaper titles here, but you definitely get a lot of pages. So cover art is actually done by Jim Lee. It looked a little bit different from Jim Lee's style, but I do like the cover art. The interior art is pretty good too. It's very glossy, I would say. It does feel a little cluttered at times, but I also feel like, because there's a lot of wording here that makes the book feel very cluttered and overwhelming at times. So I don't love the designs for the new Scooby team members, but it's okay. I don't really know exactly where they're going with it, but it's a different style, I guess. But let's see what's going on with the story. So, actually in this story, it's, again, like, kind of this new universe of Scooby-Doo, so forget about what you thought Scooby-Doo was. And you see Shaggy and Scooby himself, how they met. Velma's kind of, like, on her own thing, and then, Fred and Violet, they're on their own, like, TV show thing going on. Daphne, sorry. Fred and Daphne, they're doing their own, TV show thing. So, they're all separated. That's kind of the point. They're not a team at this point. And by this issue, they meet together, and they're very different, like I said. And I guess they have to figure out their own type of mystery in this issue, and that's the issue. And like I said, it's also trying to figure out more of, like, this compound they're in right now, which is kind of science-y type thing going on. You can even see that where in the back issue, the secondary story with Scooby, how Shaggy and Scooby met, it looks a little bit, scientific, a little futuristic. So that's part of this issue. But what do I think of the issue overall? Honestly, again, I was really open-minded, but I could not get into this. I think there are some interesting aspects, I guess. Daphne and Fred being these, very low-rated television show hosts was cool. But other than that, I did not attach to anyone's personality, where I feel like usually it's easy to attach to these personalities. That's why the show has gone on, or really property has gone on for so long. But it was really, really wordy, and I think that was also something that took me out of it. It felt like kind of a chore to read the whole issue. So I think this would have done better if it was less wordy, and I think just easier to obtain. Like, I was totally okay with the differences of Scooby-Doo in this issue, which there's a lot of differences, but I just didn't really find a hook for this issue. So Scooby-Doo, or Scooby Apocalypse issue 1 gets 2 stars from me. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later.